Hello students, back to our online classes. So you already know that I started the nomenclatures of organic compounds. In that I told the organic compounds we can give the name based on the common name and also the IUPAC name system. Okay, so in today's class we'll learn how we can give the name for the particular organic compound using the IUPAC nomenclature. So IUPAC nomenclature. Okay, so you already know that in the IUPAC nomenclature we have to use their root words. Also we have to use that is a prefix, and also we can use suffix. Okay, so these we can use when we want to give a particular name for the organic compound. We can use this concept like root words, prefix and suffix. So all of you know that what is the meaning for the root words and what if there is a presence of how many carbon atoms. Suppose if there is a presence of a 2 carbon atom, we have to use the root word eth. Like that you already know, and based on this we can give a particular name for the organic compound. So now if you want to give a name for the organic compound using the IUPAC nomenclature, you have to follow a certain rule. It means if you want to give a name for particular organic compounds, you have to follow a many rules there. Okay, so in that first rule will be longest chain rule. Longest chain rule. Okay, so in your mind the question will arise, what is the meaning for the longest chain rule? Okay, what is the meaning for the longest chain rule? Here the longest chain rule is nothing but what? If they given any organic compounds, you have to select a longest chain of carbon atom. Okay, if they given a longest chain or if they given any organic compound, okay, what they will do, they will give one organic compounds. In that you have to select one longest chain of a carbon compound. Okay, so after that whatever the longest chain carbon compound is there, that compound we have to give a derivative name, that is alkane. Okay, so first you have to select, that is the first point here, in a given compound, select, in a given organic compound, select longest chain of carbon. Longest chain of carbon. Okay, and that compound you have to name the as, and that compound name as derivative of alkane. Derivative of alkane. Okay, so what is the first rule? Longest chain rule. In that what you have to do, you have to see the which is a given organic compound, and after seeing that organic compound you have to select the longest chain of carbon. Okay, and that you have to consider this is a derivative of alkane. Suppose if you select 5 chain of the carbon, that is suppose if I given any compound which is contain 5 carbon atoms, and then you have to number that carbon atoms. So how many carbon atoms? 5. 5 is nothing but, in the alkane language we have to call this 5 is nothing but what? Pentane. Which root word we are using there? Pent as a root word we are using there. So this is alkane, means ane as a suffix, so we got there pentane, like that. Okay, so now, and one more thing, whatever the longest chain you have to selected, that longest chain we call it the parent chain, and this parent chain we can determine using the root word. Okay, so the number of carbon atom, in the parent chain, determines the root word. Okay, so first तुम्ही काय करणार आहे, तुम्ही पहिला ऑर्गेनिक कंपाऊंड कुठला दिलाय बघणार, त्यानंतर तुम्ही काय करणार, त्याच्यामध्ये एक लॉंगेस्ट चेन सिलेक्ट करणार. आफ्टर सिलेक्टिंग द लॉंगेस्ट चेन, त्या लॉंगेस्ट चेनला आम्ही काय म्हणतो इथे, डेरिव्हेटिव्ह ऑफ अल्केन. ओके, सो आफ्टर दॅट यू हॅव टू select the longest chain, give the number to the carbon, each carbon. After giving the number, whatever you are getting that chain we call parent chain, and this parent chain we can determine you using root word. Root word you already know that meth, eth. If there is a presence of one carbon atom, you have to use their meth. If there is a presence of two carbon atom, you have to use their eth. So I will solve here one example using the longest chain rule. Suppose if I take here CH3, CH2. So using this rule, if I take one example, that is CH3, this CH which is attached to another CH2, CH3 group, CH2, CH2, CH3. Okay, so now in your exam they will give like this compound and you have to give the IUPAC name for particular compound. So what is the rule here? That is the longest chain rule. First you have to select the longest chain. Suppose if I select this chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So only 5 carbon it is present. If I select this chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many carbon atoms? Number of carbon atoms will be increased here. So this is the longest chain. Okay. So now I selected here longest chain. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbon atoms are present. Suppose if I give the number in a different way. Suppose if I start the numbering from this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So only the 5 carbon atom is present. But it is not longest chain as compared to the 6 carbon atom. 6 is a greater number. So I choose this chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So using this, I will cancel here whatever I written there. So you have to give the number by selecting a longest chain. So I selected here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you already know that 6 carbon atom is nothing but what? Hex. Which root word you are using for the 6 carbon atom? So the first carbon atom you have to use meth. Yes. For the second you have to use eth. For the third you have to use prop. For the fourth carbon atom you have to use but. For the fifth carbon atom you have to use hex, and for the sixth you have to use, for the fifth you have to use pent, and for the sixth you have to use hex, like this. For the 7 you have to use hept. Okay, so now I selected here one longest chain, and this longest chain we also call it as a parent chain, and this parent chain we can determine by using root word. So which is the root word here? For the 6 carbon atom, hex is a root word. Okay. So hex is a root word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So now and second rule, what is the second rule here? The number of carbon atom which is present in the root word. So I given here root word. After that, whatever this derivative, we have here single bond, carbon-carbon double bond, and this derivative we can determine by alkane. So alkane means which suffix we are using here? ane. So hexane, here also we have to write ane. So hexane. Okay. After that, which prefix now we are using here? See here. After 1, 2, at third carbon atom, we have here methyl group, CH3 group. So you have to write here 3-methyl hexane. 3-methyl hexane. It is a correct name of the compound. What I done here? I taken a given organic compound. After that, I selected first longest chain. So I give number them. When I selected the longest chain, first don't start directly numbering. First you have to see and select the longest chain. After selecting, you have to consider this a parent chain, and this parent chain you have to give the root word. If there is a presence of 7 carbon atom, you have to use their hept. Okay, and it is an alkane derivative. It means you have to this hept which is attached with ane. So okay, so here we have only 6 carbon atoms. So I taken here hex, that is a hexane, Before that we have here at third carbon atom we have one methyl group which is attached to this carbon. So 3-methyl hexane. Okay, suppose if I take one more example, CH3, CH2, 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 CH, CH3, CH2, CH3. Now, if I select the longest chain like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, only 6 carbon atom is present in the first longest chain. I will give number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Suppose if I write this example once again here, CH3, CH2, 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 CH, CH3, CH2, CH3. Now I will start a numbering in a different way like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in which chain number of carbon atom is more? In the first chain we have only the number of carbon atom is 6, but in second chain we have total 7 number of carbon atom. And what is the rule? We have to select a longest chain. So which is the longest chain here? This will be the longest chain. So for the 7 carbon atom we have to use what? Heft as a root word, and it is an alkane because we have here single bond, so ANE, heptane. Now see where the substituent will be attached. At first, second, at the third carbon atom we have here methyl group. So 3-methyl heptane. It is a IUPAC name for the given organic compound. So this is your first rule, that is a longest chain rule. Okay, this is your first rule, that is a longest chain rule. Now we'll move towards a second rule, that is lowest number rule or the lowest sum rule. Second rule is a lowest number rule or lowest sum rule. Okay, so what we can do in this, using this rule, first, what if the parent chain is present? In that parent chain the carbon atom you have to number. Okay, in such a way that the carbon is carrying the functional group. Suppose if they given any organic compounds, so in the first example here we have ethyl group, okay, which is branch chain here, but we have to select only one longest chain. But if they given any organic compound and in that compound if there is a presence of a functional group, so now in such a way that if there is a presence of functional group, how we can give the number for a particular organic compound? First you have to take that organic compound and see the carbon atom which is attached to the functional group there, okay, and start the numbering or give the lower possible number to that carbon atom which is attached to the functional group. Okay, first you have to see the organic compound. तुम्ही काय करायचं, organic compound बघायचं आहे. ऑर्गॅनिक कंपाऊंड मध्ये चेक करायचं आहे की कुठे फंक्शनल ग्रुप प्रेझेंट आहे, कुठल्या कार्बनला फंक्शनल ग्रुप प्रेझेंट आहे. ओके, त्यानंतर तुम्ही नंबरिंग द्यायला स्टार्ट करायचं आहे. सपोज वी हॅव हियर वन कार्बन चेन लाईक दिस. सपोज वी हॅव वन कार्बन चेन लाईक दिस अँड वी हॅव हियर फंक्शनल ग्रुप अँड नाउ we don't understand how we can give the numbering for the particular carbon. Okay, so in that case what we have to do, you have to start the numbering for the carbon atom and give the number of the carbon atom which is attached to the substituent, and that number should be lowest number. Suppose if I start the numbering from this side, so what is the number for the carbon which is attached to the OH? This is a 4. It is wrong method. How we can give? You have to start the numbering from the carbon which is closest to the functional group. So this, if I start from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now this OH which is substituent for this carbon and which is having lowest number. Okay, so this is your lowest number and this is the highest. Compared to the 4, 2 is smaller. So start to give a lower number for the particular functional group which is attached to a particular carbon. So what is the rule here? The carbon atom in the parent chain, the carbon atom, I will solve example, don't worry. The carbon atom in the parent chain in the parent chain are numbered such that the carbon carrying functional group and the substituent gets the lowest number possible. ओके, काय करायचं तुम्ही फर्स्ट तुम्ही ऑर्गॅनिक कंपाऊंड बघायचं, त्यानंतर तुम्ही ऑर्गॅनिक कंपाऊंडला नंबरिंग द्यायला स्टार्ट करायचं. तुम्ही कसं स्टार्ट करणार नंबर द्यायला? तुम्ही ऑर्गॅनिक कंपाऊंड बघितल्यानंतर तुम्हाला समजायला पाहिजे की ह्या कार्बन कडून स्टार्ट केलं तर ह्या कार्बनला सपोज इफ आय हॅव वन ऑर्गॅनिक कंपाऊंड हियर CH3 CH2 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 CH CH3 OH. Okay, suppose if I have like this organic compound, now you have to number the organic compound. So first rule, you know that you have to select the longest chain of carbon, but here what is the rule? No doubt you have to select here longest chain, but what is the functional group which is attached to the carbon? That carbon should have a lowest number. Okay, that particular carbon have a lowest number. If I start the numbering from this side, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, at the 6th carbon atom we have functional group, but 6 is a higher number. Okay, if I start from this side, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, now this 2 will be the lower. Okay, so like this way you have to give the number for carbon atom which is carrying functional group or the substituent. Okay, after that, suppose in a given organic compound there is a presence of more than one substituent. Here I told only the one substituent is present. If the more than one substituents are present, so what to do in that case? You have to give the number, or you have to make that in such a way that sum of the number assigned to the substituent will be minimum. I will show that example. When there are more than one substituent, more than one substituent is present, then number of the chain is done by in such a way that the sum of the number assigned to substituent is minimum. Number assigned to substituent is minimum. Okay, so I already told, if you have organic compound, you have to give the numbering, and you have to give the number which is a functional group attached to their particular carbon atom that should have a lowest number. Okay, when I start this side, it is having 6 as a number for the particular carbon. When I start this side, it is having 2. So which is the lowest? 2 as the lowest. So numbering will be correct from this side, not this side. Okay, so same way here also they told that you have to give a particular number for substituent which is a minimum number. Okay, and what is the number you have to give? That number we can call it is an locant. Okay, so number that locates the position of the substituent, the number that locates position of the substituent is called locant. Okay, so this two number which can be gives the position of the substituent. At the second position or the second carbon we have OH as a functional group, and so we call it as whatever the number which can give the position of the substituent, we call it as a locant. That particular number we call it as what? Locant. Okay, so I will solve one example, then you will understand how we can follow this rule. Suppose if I take here chain like this, okay, and we have CH3. So this end also, you already know this end is nothing but CH3. Here we have CH2, 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 and this will be again CH3. Now if I attach here CH3, so here now we have CH. Okay, see we have carbon here. Okay, here CH2, CH2, CH3, and one more hydrogen will be present here. We have to check the valency of the carbon. Now first we have to select the longest chain. So now you tell me when, at which direction I start to give the numbering here. If I start from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 carbon atom, and at the 5th position we have substituent. So 5th will be the highest number, or the highest number, that is a locant number. And what is the rule? Whatever you are giving the number for the carbon atom, the substituents, which means which carbon atom having the substituent, that should be having a lowest number. So I will start from this side, 1, 2, 3. So 3 will be the lower as compared to the 5. So I choose this way for the numbering, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so now you know that if there is a presence of 7 carbon atom, we have to use that hept. Okay, and this is your alkane. We don't have any double bond, single bond, so which is the prefix we are using, ane, so heptane. At the 3rd carbon atom we have methyl group, so 3-methyl heftane, 3-methyl heftane, YL here, 3-methyl heftane. Like the same way I will solve one more example here. Suppose we have here CH3 group, here also CH3, here also CH3 group, and now here also we have CH3 and CH3. Okay, so in that case, if you look at this example, here we have more than one substituent. In the first example we have only one substituent, that is a methyl group here, but in second example we have more than one substituent. Okay, so now what to do now? How we can start give numbering for the carbon atom? Okay, so see here, if I start from the numbering here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, at the 2nd and 4th position and 5th position we have here methyl group, but this numbering is not correct, because what I told, maximum number of substituent which is present, in which side you have to check there, maximum number of substituent is present here, this side. Here one gap is there, but here no gap. Directly after this CH3 we have one substituent here and second substituent here. Okay, so this two substituents, number of substituent is more in this side and number of substituents is present less in this side, so you have to start numbering from this side, because the whatever the substituent is present, that substituent should have lowest number, the lowest locant number. If I give this side, what happen here, at the 2nd carbon atom, if I write here 2nd, 4th and 5th carbon atom, we have here methyl group. When I start from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now check here, at the 2nd carbon atom we have, at 3rd carbon atom and at 5th carbon atom. Now as compared to the 4th, 3rd will be the lower. Yes or no? So I give here lower substituent, 2, 3, 4, all are here lower. So you have to give start from numbering. Remember that if they given any organic compound, त्यांनी तुम्हाला organic compound दिलाय, त्याच्यामध्ये substituent जास्त आहे, त्यावेळी काय करायचं आहे, substituent कुठल्या साईडला जास्त आहे त्या साईडने तुम्ही नंबरिंग स्टार्ट करणार. Suppose same example I will write here once again, CH3, here also CH3, CH3, CH3 and CH3. ओके, इथून स्टार्ट केला तर काय होणार तुमचं, सेकंड पोझिशनला आहे पण थर्ड पोझिशनला सबस्टिट्यूट नाही तुमचा, इथे गॅप आला. परत फोर्थ पोझिशनला सबस्टिट्यूट आहे, तिथे नंबर इन्क्रीज झाला तुमचा, लोकंट नंबर इन्क्रीज झाला. त्यांनी काय सांगितले, फंक्शन ग्रुपला तुम्ही लोएस्ट नंबर द्यायला ट्राय करायचं. अँड हिअर ऑल्सो वी आर सबस्टिट्यूएंट. आता इथून स्टार्ट केलं तर 2, 3 both are the lower number. At fourth we don't have fifth. Okay, so start numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 means we have hexane. And now see here, at second carbon atom, at third carbon atom and at fifth carbon atom we have methyl group. So second you have to write their comma. At third, when you write here number, you have to put the comma. Second, third and fifth. Okay, I will write here below. We have hexane here. Yes, and here at the second comma, at the third, at fifth we have methyl group. How many methyl group is present there? 1, 2 and 3. Total 3 methyl group is present. So try. In that case you have to use try. If you have two methyl group, you have to use di. If we have 3 methyl group, you have to use tri. If we have 4, you have to use tetra. Like this suffix you have to use. So 2, 3, 5. After 5, you have to mention here dash tri methyl hexane. Okay, what is the name for the particular enzyme? 2, 3, 5 trimethyl hexane. Suppose if I solve one more example here. Okay, we have CH3 here. CH3, CH3, CH3 and CH3. Here also we have CH3. Now how, from which side we can start the numbering? See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have total 7 carbon atom, no doubt. When I start numbering from this side, what happened here? This is the first carbon, second, third, 4, 5, 6 and this is the 7th carbon atom. Check here, substituent at present is second, which is the lowest number is second, fourth and fifth and sixth. We have here methyl group. If I start from the numbering, because the maximum number of functional group is present or the maximum number of substituent is attached to this side. If I start from the numbering this side, what happen here? I will write once again this structure. CH3, CH3, CH3. Here also we have CH3. CH3 and CH3. ओके, फंक्शन ग्रुप कुठे जास्त आहे, तुम्ही इथं जास्त आहे. मग इथून स्टार्ट केला तर लोअर नंबर प्रायोरिटी कशाला येणार, फंक्शन ग्रुपला येणार. सो आय विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम दिस साइड ऑल्सो. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now if I write here name, 7 means we have heft and alkane. We have to use A and E as a suffix here. Heftane. Okay, so total at the second we have here methyl group. At the fourth 2, 4, 2, 4, 5, 6. At 6 carbon also we have methyl group. How many methyl group? 4. So tetra methyl heptane. Okay, same compound, I will give the name one more here. At second we have methyl groups 2, 3, 4, 6. 2, 3, 4, 6. How many methyl group is attached? 1, 2, 3, 4. Tetra. Here you have to mention dash tetra methyl. Total 7 means heptane. So which is the correct here? If you look, you are thinking that both are correct, but both are not correct. The first is wrong, where the second will be the correct. Why second is correct? We have to try to give a lowest number to the particular substituent or the functional group here. See here, when I start from numbering from this side, the lowest substituent 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, here I am getting here 4 for the second substituent, but I am getting 3 as a lower here. So I will start from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. So for the 7th we have to use heptane, and for the second, third, 4 and 6 carbon atom we have here 2, 3, 4, 6. We have 4 means we have to mention the tetra, and we have methyl group, tetra methyl heptane. So this is your second rule. Now we'll move for the next rule, that is arrangement of the prefix. First rule is over, that is selection of the longest chain, and second will be the lowest number for the functional group. You have to give the lowest number for the functional group, and whatever you are giving the number for the particular functional group, that may call it is a locant. Okay. Now the third rule, that is the arrangement of prefixes. Arrangement of prefixes. Okay. So how we can arrange a particular prefix? If there is a presence of more than one group which is attached to the carbon chain. Okay. If there is, means if they given any organic compound, in that organic compound, if there is a presence of more than one group which is attached to carbon chain, the group should be, you have to arrange alphabetically. Suppose if they given any organic compound, and in the organic compound, in the same way, when we give a particular name for the particular function group, means more than substituent will be attached. In same way, in the arrangement of prefix, in an organic compound, there is a presence of more than one group should be attached to a particular carbon. In that you have to select, or you have to give the name by alphabetically. Okay. So this group should be attached. This group should be attached or arranged. Should be arranged alphabetically. Should be arranged alphabetically. Okay. And suppose in your mind the question was, okay, when there is a presence of more than one group, we can arrange alphabetically, then we can try to give the name of organic compound. But whatever the group will be present, that group will be identical. If the group will be identical, same group will be present, a different carbon atom, then what to do there? When there is a presence of two or more, when there is a presence of two or more identical substituent, substituents, then you have to use the prefix. You have to use prefix that you already know, that is a, if there is a presence of 2, you have to use di. If there is a presence of 3, you have to use tri, tetra. Already I told in the functional group there, you have to use the prefix di, tri, tetra. Okay. And this you have to don't consider in alphabetical order. Only if there is a presence of more than one group which is attached to the carbon, then you have to name there alphabetically. But when there is a presence of more than two the identical substituent which is present in a particular carbon atom, in that case you have to use a di, tri, tetra, like this. In this compound we have a same substituent, that is a methyl substituent at a different carbon atom, then you have to use, because we have identical or the same, so I use here only the number you have to count, 2, 3, 4, 6. At particular carbon we have methyl groups. So how many methyl group? 4 methyl groups. So I written tetra methyl heptane. Okay. So now, if there is a presence of alkyl group, okay, suppose alkyl means like methyl, ethyl group. If they given any organic compound and there is a presence of alkyl group and which is located at the equivalent position, then you have to give a parent chain. Okay, then you have to give the start numbering for the parent chain, and when you give the numbering for the parent chain, you have to give the number in a such a way that group which is come first alphabetically, that order you have to write there. Okay, I will write here, then you will understand. If there is more than one alkyl group, more than one alkyl group are located at the equivalent position, then the number of parent chain, is done in such a way that the group which is come first, group which is come first alphabetically, come first in alphabetically, or which is come by the alphabetical order, it should have lower number. It should have a lower number. Means it can get a lower number. Suppose if I solve the example, then you will understand what is the exact rule here. Suppose if I take one example, CH3, CH, CH2, CH, CH3. Now this CH is attached to the CH3 and this is also attached to the CH3. Okay. Now what to do here? We have a same substituent which is attached to the carbon, and at the equivalent carbon, means when you start the numbering from this side, at the second carbon also we have a CH3, and if you start from the numbering from this side, at the second carbon only we have CH3 group. So at the equivalent carbon we have here substituent which is attached here. Now we have to use their alphabetical order. Okay, so now first you have to give the number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. If I select like this in 1, 2, 3, this is not longest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is also okay, but I will select directly here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So now CF5 means you already know that is a 5 means pent, and we have single bond here. So I written here pentane. Before that, now you have to write here suffix or the prefix here. So here at the second carbon and at the fourth carbon we have here methyl group. So 2, 4. How many methyl group? 2 methyl group. So for the 2, before that you should write here slash 2, 4 dash here dimethyl pentane. 2, 4 dimethyl pentane. I will solve one more example. CH3, CH2, CH, I will take different example here. That is CH3, CH2, CH, C. Here also CH3. This carbon attached to the another CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. We have here CH2 and CH3. This CH is attached to the CH2 and CH3. Now first you have to select the longest chain. See here how we can select the longest chain here. How we can start to give the number. If I select like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not longest. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now in this chain we get a second 7 carbon atom. It is also longest. Suppose if I choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is also okay. Okay. So both are same only. So I will start numbering from this side or this side. See what is the rule? At which side functional group is more? This side is functional group is more, so I will start numbering from this side. I will not start from the numbering this side because the substituents, the carbon which is attached to the substituent, it should have a lower number. If I start from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we have 4 and 5. 4 and 5 carbon which is attached to the substituent, but it is not lower value. When I start from this side, 1, 2, 3. At third and fourth we have substituent, so it is lower value. So I will start from numbering this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So all of you know that 7 means we have here heptane, because we have a carbon-carbon single bond and ane as a suffix, heptane. Okay. Now see here, in that compound which is a substituent group is present here. We have here at third carbon atom we have ethyl group, 2 carbon atom means eth, CH2, CH3 we have ethyl group, and at 4 carbon atom we have 2 methyl group. Okay, upper side also and below also we have here methyl group. At the alphabetical, E will become first or the M will become first. When you start A, B, C, D, which is the first come? E will become first as compared to the M. So first you have to write this. Okay, so 3 ethyl. What is the next? At the 4th carbon atom we have methyl group, so 4. 2 methyl groups we have, so 4. Here you have to dash here. 3 ethyl, 4 because we have double CH3 here. 4 dimethyl. If there is only one CH3 group is present, directly write 4 methyl, but we have here 2 CH3, so I mention here 4. Now 2 means dimethyl heftane. Okay, here you have to attach here heftane, already written. So this here, first remember how I number here. First I selected a longest chain, so I got here this selected longest chain. When I started from this side, I didn't get a lower number for the particular substituent, so I started from this side. I am getting here lower number. So when I give the number, I use a root word, which is the root word I am using for the 7. I use hept as a root word, and this alkane chain, so I use here ANE, heptane. After that, see here, for the 3rd carbon atom we have ethyl, and the 4th carbon atom we have 2 methyl group. So which is the come first, E or M alphabetically? E will become first. So now in that case you have to write 3 ethyl dash 4 dimethyl heptane. This is the name of the particular organic compound. I will solve one more example, that is CH3 CH3 CH2 CH3, and this CH is attached to the CH3 group. Okay, so now at which side more substituents are present? Obviously this side is substituent will be present more. 2 methyl group is present, only 1 methyl group present here at the right side. So I will start numbering from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so now at the second we have 2 methyl group. So in the same way, when at the 4th carbon atom we have here 2 methyl group, so I written here 4 dimethyl. At here 2nd carbon atom we have 2 methyl, so 2. Okay, we have methyl, but we have same substituent here. In this case what happened, here also we have methyl, but here we have ethyl. So I written here different, that is a 3 ethyl, 4 dimethyl. But in this example we have same substituent. If there is a presence of same substituent, you have to use their prefix, that is a di or tri. Now at the second we have dimethyl, 2 dimethyl here also means 2 methyl group, 2 methyl here, and at the 4th also we have same substituent, that is methyl. So we directly write 2 4, because in all carbon atom or at 2nd and the 4th carbon atom we have same substituent. So don't directly mention here 2 dimethyl again 4 methyl here. You have to directly write 2 4. Now trimethyl, because we have total 1 2 3 methyl group, 2 4 trimethyl pentane, pentane. This is your third rule. Okay, like this there is total 6 rules are there, and today's class I completed 3 rules. If you have any doubts about this rule, you have to ask me. For homework, I will give one example here. CH3, C, CH3, CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, CH3, sorry, C, CH3, CH3. Okay. So for this we have a CS3, C, CS3, CS3, CH, CH3, CH2, C, CS3, CH3, CH3. So for this compound you have to give the IUPAC name. First see where the substituents will be more, from this side or this side. Then you start the numbering there. After numbering, when first select the longest chain, start the numbering by looking at the substituent. Then you have to give the IUPAC name for a particular organic compound. And one more thing you have to say there, either the substituent is identical or the different. Here all the substituent will be CS3, CSC, CS3. But here we have here ethyl, methyl, methyl. And here also we have same substituent group. So see there, either it is same substituent or different substituent. And based on that you have to give the IUPAC name for the particular compound. I hope you understand today's class. If you have any doubts, you have to ask me. Thank you.